This is the first international film superstar, Charlie Chaplin. He, along with Mark Sennett and Buster Keaton, are marked as the most influential in slapstick comedy genre. Through this film, we will see the evolution of cartoons influenced by the style of comedy till around the 1960s. But this style is still used today in many modern cartoons. Today, we're going to look at 4 cartoons that portray the style of slapstick comedy: Steamboat Willie, Popeye the Sailor Man, Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, and Looney Tunes. Silent comedy is a style of film related to miming. It was invented to bring comedy to the silent film era from the 1900s through the 1920s, before the introduction of sound. These comedies place heavy emphasis on visual and physical humors, often including sight gags. These would tell stories to entertain the viewer. Many of these gags are exaggerated forms of violence, which came to be called slapstick. Some of these comedy devices that may have been seen are slipping on a banana peel, getting soaked with water, or a pie being thrown in one's face. Slapstick is considered physical comedic sociopathy, people who aren't you getting hurt in obscene ways, like tripping, falling into sewers, or dying, considered comedy. Slapstick is known for its highly exaggerated nature, combined with a lack of serious physical consequences. The term slapstick is used from a prop of 2 pieces of wood hitting each other that sound like punching. This way, no physical damage is actually done. Silent slapstick comedy was the dominant genre of the 1910s through the 1920s until the coming of sound. It is influenced by pantomiming. From there, we have the influencers like Max Sennett, who is considered the father of silent slapstick comedy. Charlie Chaplin, who was introduced in the beginning of the film, learns from Sennett and adds characterization, along with psychological depth. Chaplin utilizes slapstick genre for social political criticism, along with Buster Keaton. Keaton also combined slapstick with psychological depth, although he was not as famous as Chaplin back at the time. In fact, he made films that are just as good as Chaplin's. Thus, in contemporary film studies, Keaton is considered as one of the masters of slapstick genre, who is as important as Chaplin in terms of his contributions to the film language of comedy movies.
Meep, meep. meep. Meep, meep.
While comic strips were becoming a popular thing in newspapers, live action cartoons were on the rage. Characteristics would include characters not getting injured or killed from something that would normally injure or kill someone, characters getting flattened, or characters engaging in over-the-top cartoon violence. This style of cartoon was inspired by the silent slapstick comedy genre.
Meep. Meep.
In all, the influence of slapstick comedy has shaped and evolved cartoons through heavy emphasis on over-exaggerated visuals and physical humors, mime-like realistic behaviors, and comedic sociopathy, with help from pioneers Max Sennett, Charlie Chaplin, and Buster Keaton.